Hi guys, how are you today? Good afternoon to you all. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Chisom. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to have you. Welcome to the family. If you're a returning subscriber, you know I love you guys, and apologies guys for not being consistent. Like, it's not been intentional, guys. Like, so much going on with me right now. Like most times I feel like I want to like let it all out. I feel like I want to rant, but then people will be like, no, be only you get problems. So yeah, that is one thing I understand, and I try to keep it to myself and my family, and then try to figure it out. But in today's channel, as the title goes, like, I want to share like a little story about what happened to us, and I do hope that people are going to learn from our experience and going to apply more caution based on our experience. So I don't want this video to be long. So it happened like when we newly came to Canada, the first apartment. By the way, this is our second apartment somewhere in the north. This apartment, I love it more than the previous one we were in, because in this apartment, like, it's so spacious. I promise you guys I'm going to do like a house tour, but relax, I will still do it. It in my mind. I'll still do it. Like, here is more spacious, like a lot of storage spaces, and like a quiet and calm neighborhood. And yeah, I like it, in as much as this particular apartment doesn't have what the previous one had. We are paying more in the previous place we were staying. Like we were paying 8,270 before they had to increase it to 8,470 without utility, excluding utilities. So imagine when we like include our utilities, we'll be paying like not less than 8,570 or even 8,600. So that's why we had to move, because of course we're not here to service landlord's mortgage. So we all also have our own plans. We also need to do our own savings. So we needed to move. Right here we are paying 8,015. That's what we are paying here, and that's utility inclusive, except for power, and then of course our internet. So I'm liking it here. So but my story is not about here, it's about our previous place we were staying, our previous apartment. So we moved in there. Like, guys, it's usually advisable, like, when you move into a new apartment, please make a video of that apartment. Try to find out like if there are scratches, if there are any form of things that you feel like you need to bring to the attention of the management. Please try to document it, make a video of it, and keep it. I did that, but at the on the long run, like, my phone had issue and a lot of things wiped from my phone. But so in the course of our staying there, like when we moved in there, like there were little scratches under the sink, like the cabinet had like little scratches, the microwave like had little burnt on it. But of course we showed them and they were like everything was okay. So we stayed there for about, we moved there ending of March, April, May, June, July, August, and then September. About like 5 months plus in that apartment, because we moved out at September 30th. So when we were moving out, of course it's not like Nigeria, when you're moving out from like an apartment, you just move out and then just leave it, and then the landlord takes care of every other thing like fixing. No, but here, when you're moving out from like an apartment, you need to clean it up the way it was when you moved in. So after moving our stuff out from the apartment, we even paid people like to clean up the apartment. We cleaned up, the refrigerator was clean, everything. But usually when you are moving into an apartment, like, there is a security deposit, like you deposit certain amount before you move in. That amount is like management hold it just in case like there is anything that's like they need to fix when you are leaving the apartment. That's the money they are going to use to fix off those things. So like the deposit that we paid was $700. So when we were leaving, we finished cleaning up the place, the cooker, the refrigerator, the cabinet, everything. We washed the toilets. Like, we paid people like $200 to clean up the place. So when they finished cleaning up the place, and then the management sent someone to come and do inspection, and then they were with my husband, they did the inspection. The guy was like everything was okay, and then they were like, but that they need to like little scratches, of course, especially my children's room. Yeah, I know that, like children's room, of course, is not going to be perfect. There are like little scratches here and there. And then the guy that the management sent to inspect the place was like that they need to like use paint to like clean up those places that had those scratches. Of course, yeah, he was like, okay, that the $700 that we paid for deposit, they're going to use part of it to do all those things, and then the remaining they're going to reimburse my husband. My husband was like, okay. So he brought out a document. In the documents, like, it shows like if the house is dirty, if there are any broken stuff, like stuffs like that. But there was nothing that was filled in there, because of, based on what the guy told my husband, that everything was okay, just those scratches that they need to use paint to cover. So they asked my husband to sign, which he signed. And the mistake he did was, like, after signing, he would have snapped that document. Like, immediately he signed, he would have snapped that document as it was when he signed it, both the front and back, but he didn't do that. So a month later, they are sending a mail to us, sent a mail to my husband, copied me, that that they need to repaint the entire house, and which they did. And they also like employed people to wash the place and everything, so that the $700 we paid for the deposit was used to repaint the house, and then that we have a balance of $150 to pay, because they also need to like contract people to clean up the house over again after painting the house. And my husband was like, replied the mail and said, this was not what you guys told me. You told me that the house was okay, it's just the places that my children scratched that were supposed to be covered with paint. How come you are painting the entire house, and how come you are calling people to clean up the house? Like, I paid people to clean up this house before we left, and you sent like someone to come and inspect it, which the person did, and the person said it was okay. How come I'm not paying like extra $170? They replied that my husband signed the document that indicated those stuffs like that they did, and he concurred to it and signed. He was like, there were nothing on that document, like it was like a plain document that had those written stuff, but there was no indication that, okay, we are going to do this, we are going to do that. Which, okay, they now replied him, now snapped the document again, now sent it to him, copied me again. And then when I opened the document, I'm seeing that they now imputed like the house was dirty. They imputed, yes, the house was dirty. That the sink, they imputed that stuff was spoiled under the sink. Another thing, that the cooker that we washed, they imputed that the cooker was not well cleaned. So many things that they imputed there, and then my husband's signature was under there. So he was like, my husband was like, this is so unfair. You cannot impute something after I must have signed. If you people knew that it was like this, why didn't you all impute it? After all, you have come and inspected. Why didn't you all impute it? Then I'll go through it, check it before applying my signature on that. So he was so furious. My husband was like, okay, he now replied that he's going to take this matter to court. And of course, there was no evidence. He didn't snap the document, nothing, but he was just trying to ginger to see whether these people are going to have a change of heart. So, and they knew that he didn't snap this document when he like imputed his signature. So they were like, they now replied the mail that of course he's entitled to his own attorney and whatever, that he's free to take it to court, that they will bring their own evidence, and then my husband should bring his own evidence. It choke. We can't fight anymore because there was no evidence. We didn't snap the document. We didn't make a video of the house immediately we left, after we must have paid people to clean up the house and everything. Like, we spent $200 to clean up that house. We didn't make a video. And they have already like, even they sent us like few videos of scratches on the wall. How am I even sure it's the same apartment? Because all the apartments look the same. How am I even sure it is from my apartment? Because the pictures they sent, like, It was so strange. Like those scratches that they sent to me, I don't even know where they are. I can't even, like, they were just like snapping a wall, like a plain wall, like scratches on the wall. How am I sure it's the same wall I came out from? There was no evidence. So why am I saying this? Just in case someone out there, you moved into an apartment and you're ready to move out, please document it for future references. So when you want to fight, you know you have a weapon to fight. But when you don't have an evidence, no one is going to believe you. You can't even fight it. So guys, that is just the story I wanted to tell you guys. And I hope someone out there learns from our experience. Thank you so much for watching. I do love you all. Please like my video, subscribe, invite your friends to like my video. I love you all. Thank you so much. I see you when I see you. Hey, 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 we are going to pay gbese that we do not even budget for. But last we go there all right.